Good morning. The word for you today. Today is Thursday, August 15th, and our devotion today is titled Find a Mentor number 4. Our scripture passage comes out of the book of John, chapter 15, verse 15. And we're actually going to be reading verses 12 through 15, which says, "This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you. Greater love has no one than this, that someone lay down his life for his friends. You are my friends if you do what I command you. No longer do I call you servants, for the servant does not know what his master is doing. But I have called you friends, for all that I have heard from my Father I have made known to you." These are some of the words of Jesus that I think I latch onto the most. Because when I think about my relationship with Jesus, when I think about my walk with Christ, I am reminded that I am invited to do the work of the Father. While God, in his infinite power and glory, could have very easily snapped his fingers or declared it to be, and the perfect works that he desired to have done would have been completed. God intentionally asked us, requested of us, purposed us to join him in the work of his cross. So what does this do? What does this have to do with finding a mentor? Well, I think that sometimes we forget that the disciples and Jesus were in a mentor-mentee relationship. We ascribe a special value to it because we call them the disciples. But the reality is, in that day, a disciple was a follower who was committed to taking on the worldview of their master, who was committed to living a life similar to, if not in response to, their master's life. When we look for a mentor, look for somebody who you admire in the faith, who you admire in the daily life that they live. Not because you want to emulate them because they're perfect, but because you acknowledge that the things that they do that are good. As we look for a mentor, remember that a mentor is somebody who we look to because they have a different worldview than us. Don't find a mentor that believes the exact same things you do. I think it's very obvious that none of the disciples fully understood what Jesus was doing. But what they did was they trusted that Jesus' view of the situation, though different than theirs, was still good. And while he is the Son of God, of course his view was good. We can also bring that out to the mentor that you have in life. They may have a different view on the situation, but that doesn't mean it's a wrong view by any means. Instead, honor that the worldview, the life circumstances that your mentor has are uniquely designed to inform their perspective. And it is an honor to not only them, but to the work of God and his many-handed church for us to respect and consider the other in our decisions. Have a nice day.